This is the host Louis Lavoy. We have Nick and our guest is Shotgun Adams. We're live. We're live through Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. So we're live. So as we proceed, they're gonna see us and they end up chatting with us. I'll let you know what they say, and I'll let you know. I'll let you see what they're talking about as well. All right.
But
So once again, Shotgun Adams. I mean, the first time that I met Shotgun Adams was actually at the show, Dawn of a New Era. It was great having you there. I mean, we saw you work like a man, and it was we were happy to have you. It was an honor to have you there. We saw you. I saw you come in. I saw you help with the ring, break down, break in. You were there. You were there through the entire show, man, and you lasted. You were there. In the 15 battle royale, you were almost the last one standing too. You were there the entire time. You battled it out. I remember that, brother.
that was a long, long all around, and was what it was that didn't come out on top. Yeah. But there's always,
You were the first one to go in, and almost one of the last ones to leave. So, and we were there for a while.
yeah, I got snuck up on a lot of, let's just say a lot of people. I'm not trying to snitch. Let's just say a lot of the fact that there were a lot of people in that room, a lot of referees that could see what was saying.
What do you mean by that?
Like I said, man, I'm not here to snitch. I'm not here to did what they had to do to get ahead. What it is. I
Yeah,
would
I
wager
remember.
that if that did not happen, a bit differently. Could have been me. Shout to BD Cruz, but you know what? That man. There's no that down the line that belt.
The belt, BCW belt. Who knows? Maybe down the line we'll see that match. That'll be a great match. I can tell you that for a fact.
As a fan, I would love to see that match.
I mean, well, it's up to the powers that be at this point, right? Whoever's one, whoever the wizard is behind the, and I guess too, does win the title. I guess it's up to BD. He wins the belt or not. If he wants to throw hands, I hard to find.
But then you also have Sean O'Mari that could also win the belt.
Hey man, Sean O'Mari could be BD Cruz, could be like what I want, and I know what I had to do to get there. And time I get a shot, it won't be like 14 other people. It'll be one on one. And gonna keep on coming and showing everybody when.
Yeah, I remember your promo that you for the Royal for the Battle Royale. You were sitting at a restaurant. If I remember, and you spoke about that. And
I'm not gonna sit here and pretend to be like humble, and I'm not gonna sit here and pretend to be something I'm not. Like, I am. I know what I'm about. Rock with it, cool. People don't rock with it. Either regardless, I know my worth, and I know what to do to get that worth.
That's a respectable work ethic. That is, and I feel like that's fan seeing the Iron Man performance that you put on at the Battle Royal was as a wrestler and training, it was like inspiring. It was very climatic. Like it was like very like a great moment.
Yeah. Unfortunately, 1 second after going through all those people, got the better of me, and it is what it is. So uh, I I can I can sit here and make a bunch of excuses. At the exact same time, you know. At the end of the day, Nicole Matala. I don't know. Like I was hitting the head a lot. I
Okay.
think, remember correctly, who won the? Does anybody remember?
What was the question?
Who won the battle?
If I'm not, oh, I have her card, and I'm drawing a blank.
It was
The
Nicole
one that,
What is it, Nicole?
Matala, wasn't it?
Yeah, Nicole,
yeah,
yeah. I was gonna say
it was
Nicole.
like,
Right. So she got the shot. That's cool. Like,
yeah, no, but not like I said, who knows? Maybe down the road you'll see, we'll see you going out for that belt and going against Tyler, going against Sean O'Mara, even probably going against BD Cruz. It'll be something to looking for. It'll be something great to be looking forward to.
yeah. I mean, maybe they might. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I know. I saw you put also you did another recent promo not that long ago. I saw. You were yeah. It was I don't know who it was against. I know that you did that promo and it was you were kind of heated. I think it was like the other day that I saw it.
I mean, I'm a naturally passionate. You going to get that side of me more often than not. Uh, always try to come through intensity, no matter the situation. I'm here for the money. I'm here to. Yeah,
Who was that promo against though?
I mean, you'd have to be specific. Was it May? Was it June? Like a lot of dudes I've been fighting these past couple of months.
It was like recent, like maybe like a couple of days ago.
If you're talking about the what I was saying about pro wrestling magic, that is entirely because they've been playing too many games with me. I understand that they have a show on September 24th. I was going
Okay.
to go there, and I was going because because I don't like to be jerked around. I don't like my time. I don't like play for a fool. Feel me? And when that happens, react accordingly. If I go over there and I crack a couple people upside the head,
You might just head over there, huh? I might have to see that.
you could peep it live on IW Saturday night. I'm not. You're not gonna know when, but somebody getting jawed.
So I'm gonna have to peep that out for real, man. I'm gonna have to go see this.
It's gonna be quite a sight.
Yeah, I exactly what happens when you do things and you want to start, wrong and try and try to like whatever. And I'll show and I will take anywhere, anywhere. Could be BC, all over the New England area. Could be country, anywhere in the world. Really, I will come through with the same time because I reiterate, Earth. I know what I have to do, and if I got to crack a few, I'm all right with that. I said this was an easy business.
What got you into this business, though? Tell me about that, if you can, if you want. What got you into this business?
I've been a wrestling fan to do this since I was 10 years old. I out of high school, I'm like college. I don't want a 9 to 5. I didn't be considered a normal life. What I was learn how to do, and then when I did learn, I would go out and make my way. I remember as much money as I can. There are things I did that I'm proud of, things I'm proud of to get where I want. But the past, but there were times where because learning this and I always energy. Just because you spend a certain amount of time does not mean you can't learn something new every day. You think that you can't learn anything in this game or life is the day that you're just gonna sink yourself because there's always going to be people, and I'm not ashamed to admit this. They're working harder than I am, and I just have to make sure that I'm in that top one.
I hear you, my brother. I hear you. Who do you model yourself after? Who was like one of your favorite gimmicks that you base your gimmick off, or who you are?
I would say I was heavily inspired by Eddie Guerrero, Mick Foley, especially Cactus, a little bit of homicide, a little bit of so. Uh, Definitely a lot of AA. I watched a whole lot of Harley races.
There's
The
things of
difference
the
here,
Go ahead, Nick.
What's up?
I was just gonna say, it's different to hear an answer like homicide. You don't really get that. A very, very valid choice.
Well, yeah, homicide. Not to say wrestling before homicide. There was New Jack and things like that. But like, I don't know, homicide was like that came from the same streets that I came from, that went out there and did his thing himself and did it his way. And I'm just here like I was feeling it. I think I saw some of the Jersey All Pro DVDs.
I think that's probably pro wrestling is that you can always look and know when you look and you can always find somebody that either can or is somewhat similar to you in a certain way. It's another reason why I, like you said, Eddie Guerrero was one as a Hispanic male, seeing somebody like that in the championship as high as the WWE championship was just to no end, and it continued with like Rey Mysterio and so on. You know, Alberto Del Rio. You know what I'm saying?
I understand completely. Like Eddie Guerrero, it's hard to believe this now, but I was always like, was a kid, like very small, very skinny. So like up until Eddie Guerrero wrestling was colored by whatever Vince McMahon, everybody had to be like a giant or whatever. Every figure. And not to say Eddie Guerrero wasn't, but like he was literally no taller, like 5'7", 5'8", maybe. I don't know. So that man was no taller than my father, and like in a land full of eating out of the palm of his hand, and I'm just like, and from there I was hooked. SmackDown like every week. Eddie Guerrero.
Here's who do you think is one of the more underrated from the past generations? Because personally, I feel like slept on wrestler for not only ring psychology promos is Bret Hart, because his people sleep on his promos. That Bret Hart was actually pretty decent at cutting promos.
Who sleeps on?
I've seen a couple people say that Bret Hart as great on the mic, which I feel is completely was great on the mic.
To be honest with you, like 90 point, because Bret was always under the microphone. But I don't think anybody hit that Bret Hart was slept on for his ring work. That's
was always everyone knew that Bret Hart was just a great fun.
I think that like I don't know, if you're talking to like Owen Stans or Shawn Michaels, who were better, and you can debate all day on who was better. You know, I don't think anybody was sleeping on Bret.
Only on promo skills, but that's really nowadays. But I feel like that's just because people just like once I feel like people just have like a revisionist history where they just write things a certain way. So I feel like people now, newer generations,
say that like when it like like in my experience, the way that to listen to you is like you have to get them. There has to be something like real what you're doing, even if some outlandish gimmick or whatever. There has to be something that people can like gravitate to. Otherwise, people can just like pixie sticks down somebody's throat and the artifice.
You know, going back into the gimmick and the character, sometimes there's part of your gimmick of your character that reminds me of Brian Pillsman, Loose Cannon's gimmick.
I appreciate that compliment. Brian Pillman growing up. I wasn't for his foot deal. He stars of the Attitude Era. Like, uh, case I wouldn't legitimately say that I have, because for a long time, like, everybody was character. You know, you gotta have, and at the end of the day, I'm just like, know how to be that. So you're like, I don't know, you know, like from Brooklyn that's into a lot of different types of shit. Uh, I'm ruthless when I want it, you know. So let's just say, and that's how people started finally taking. When I dropped all the uh, the extra shit. I can say that kind of thing works for everything. You know, some people, like, nobody's gonna say and think Kane was really like a that could summon, but there has to be like something I feel rooted in, like, latch onto you. I I just decided that the only other thing too about me was I'm just being me. Every coming out of my mouth, everything that I do is 100% here and 100% from him. I don't script myself. I don't have like ever like, nah. I just let it rock.
That's cool, man. That's really cool. Um, what will you say to those up and newcomers, like someone like Nick? He looks up to you and that just wants to get into it. What will you give? What advice would you give? What would you say to these upcomers?
I'm gonna be real. I don't think I'm in a position to give people advice. If you had to put a gun to my head and I would say, uh, no, no matter daunting that this daunting is hell, bro. Like, don't get it twisted. Break into this. It's even harder to stay. Uh, I would say hard work. Uh, Trump. Uh, I would say hit the gym, builder or an action figure, but this is less aesthetics. Like, I mean, it's cool to have an aesthetic. Being able to do this as possible while doing it, because I'm gonna be real with you, pain to some degree for the rest of your life. There is no avoiding that. The way so the way you is with exercise,
Mm-hmm.
myself, all that. If you learn anything from my career, don't be afraid to take chances. Don't be afraid to go out. Don't be afraid to take an opportunity. Take an opportunity when it's presented to you. You got to move to a different state to train. Maybe you got to pony up a lot of bread. Like, to take those risks than it is to sit around thinking, what if I did?
I genuinely appreciate that um that little piece of that actually brought me into another question I was gonna ask. For train your body to be able to withstand all the things you leave, what is I would say, like, maybe the top three things that you up to ring shape?
A lot of, I mean, it doesn't have to be recommended, but yeah, you could also be bionic, push-ups, burpees, squats, that kind of shit. Because the more you to handle your own body weight, the easier. I would also the weights personally. I love lifting. If you want to do that, I wouldn't tell you not to. Uh, and would be to find a train that isn't just going to take your money out to the fucking wolves. Don't be afraid to ask, like, hey, what is this place like? Is this place any good? Uh, you're going to have to do homework and a lot of detective work. I'm not going to hold you. And that's another key aspect is networking, kinds of people, and trying to like avenues. Shit that you unless you made that. I'm gonna be real. There's gonna be plenty of times that you people just ain't going cents worth or nothing. It all comes back to perseverance. Is how bad you.
Thank you for the honest answer. Like that was appreciated, and I guess That's probably what I'm gonna a couple weeks until I get back into the ring is doing some research on what shape, because I know that ring rust is probably
Also suggest watching a lot of tape. Don't just for the moves. Try to dissect why anything in that ring is happening. Reason. Even if that reason is just a dissect who, what, where, when, what.
trying to watch a lot more of the 90s, and a little more like some of it is instead of the newer stuff, which is more story based. Pick up on that. I've been loving watching. Like I went back and loved the storyline leading into the Montreal screw, including the actual screw job, which was but I think I'm gonna have to start doing some research.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, we're all fans of this. Get into this line of work without love, but like if you're gonna treat it as an industry, the same way that you would go to be a doctor or lawyer, like that. Yeah. Let's say you go to medical school, right? You're not gonna be you're not gonna be marathoning like scrubs and grazing. Like learn this business inside and out is the best way I got here, how we got to this point. Don't be keep an eye on the current product. At the end, for a couple of reasons, just clicking with today's audience, can't still click today. But I'm telling make sure you have a finger on happening right now. A lot of these guys, especially the people, a lot of these guys are in the world that we're in. They still do independent. Start going out there and you start working. Chances are, and you're gonna want to pick brains and not know asking.
So what's next for Shotgun Adams?
So where I might be. I've I've been around as of late. I just had this match with over at the Wrestlers Lab at Scientific Tendencies TV. I'm going to be a Pro Wrestling Magic on Saturday. Again, when I'm coming or how I'm showing up, but that's my warning. Magic Kingdom. When BCW's comes back up and running, you can bet because there are a few of a couple settled. But I'm not yet.
We're
But I
looking
also
forward to
plan
that.
to travel. But I do plan on the greater Northeast area. But there are others want to start going down south. Maybe I'll hit up the West next year. This.
So what is your goal for all this? Like, do you want to end up at like AEW or like WWE? What is your main goal of all of this? We know that everybody's main goal is to end up on a TV show like WWE or SmackDown or AEW, but what is your ultimate goal for this career that you've chosen?
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody be like, oh, I wanna have a contract. And don't get me wrong, that's cool. At the end of the day, what I want to do, doing the one thing that I love to do. This is what comes with a contract. Cool. Still cool. Whatever. But either way, my ultimate goal is my money doing this. It doesn't really matter to me how that happens.
That's awesome, man. You know, and I wish to see you. I wish to see you in one of those elevation matches, those dark matches, just like the people that we know from this area that's been there. You know, I mean, they'll be great to see you on TV, and be great that knowing the fact that you're from a BCW original. You know that you came from this area.
You never know what happens in the future. We don't know what. The only thing I'm just getting started out this bitch.
And I'm looking forward to see that career, that path of yours, that journey. I'm looking forward to see it, man. I'm honestly looking forward to seeing it.
And you a lot more for me. Trust me.
Yeah, going back to your the battle royale. Nick was on the stage, I'm working with the music, but there was some moments there I saw him jumping on his bad leg when he saw you do a couple of spots.
That's true.
Yeah. I mean, I remember drilling Lucas Chase on the dome with my but what's like when I was watching Dan the Man.
There was a couple times where it was just, I think that was actually one of my first shows. Well, one of my really really well put together shows that I've ever. I was when I was watching, like I just I almost, because you see it on TV all the time. You see it on TV, it's almost just like, okay, whatever. But then you see it and like, wow, these people are really able to just and make this just a legendary moment. For like the crowd was eating it up. I was just awestruck by everybody, including, of course.
I always try to make it happen every time I'm out there. My if I have any advertisement not winning is that gets chased on his head as much as I should have.
That
And Dan the
we
Man
should see
too.
very soon.
Oh, Dan the Man can get it any time he feels to meet me there. So I mean, I book a Dan Danos. Is that what you call it? I book.
I mean, there is a couple other, like I said, there's other people that would like to see you in that ring with in BCW. So, I mean, we'll be looking forward to all those shows, and I mean, and those great matches that you put together with the other ones that we have there. And like you mentioned, like BD Cruz, Sean Amari, Lucas Chase, uh, Nakoma, Dan the Man, even Bull Dread.
Even who?
Bull Dread.
Oh, Bull Dread. No, I mean I've seen him roaming around, limited interactions with him, but I mixing it up with him in there. Like I said, man, I'm but that that depends on me for it.
Is
Yeah, man.
one an underrated talent who I would like to see Jay Royce versus Shotgun. That that would be that.
Like I said, man, I'm with it. Running from nobody. Uh, but at the end of the day, that's you know they know.
So other than the Magic the promotion that you might go and might not go, you have anything else planned? Do you have anything like in the books, like actual matches?
Not not off the top of my head, you know. I've been also taking it relatively injuries. My rotator cuff is a little iffy, so my ankle. So more more than anything else, of my life. You know? I want to pro wrestling magic to prove a point, but I'm also haven't had uh people, just building up my 2020 and then to meet best version of Shotgun Adams that I can. About it ain't always about a lot 10 times that important. Is an anglicization of my mother's Adames was after like my first year of training over at Johnny Rod.
Oh, you trained at Johnny Rod's too? I hear that's a good school because I've heard plenty of people going to the train there.
Years over there, but after a while, I decided to strike out on my own people. And that's another thing. Do not things from different people because there's a way to like skin a cat. There's no one right way to do shit. The except money. That is always the right way. But that said, I do have to hop
Thank you, Shotgun Adams. We appreciate your time that you spent with us taking the live BCW. You know, soon we'll have you back in our ring. So soon when it comes back up and running, we'll have you back in the ring, and we'll see. We want to be part of that path with you on that journey to you in the big time leagues. You know, but it's great having you on here, and we wish to have you again.
and whenever BCW starts back, expect some hard work coming my way sooner rather than saying.
I appreciate that, my brother. We appreciate that. Truly do. Thank you for your time again, and
It was great
you have a good
talking to
night.
you. Have a good night.
You too. Oh, and by the way, more of my exploits, I can follow me on both Twitter and Instagram. Active on Twitter, but follow me on merchandise if you want to maybe buy some or my you can look me up on brainbustertees.com. I have my own store on there and everything. You can buy shirts, hats, packs. Come through.
Definitely, definitely, brother. If you heard it, you heard it. Go through and support Shotgun and get his merchandise. And hopefully, too, you'll see a lot of little ones, or a lot of people with your merchandise on.
Yeah.
Your merchandise.
Rock. Yeah, if y'all want to rep your man's. In the meantime, take act like you know.
Appreciate
I
it,
think
my
I'm gonna
brother.
have to cop me a shirt. Have a good one.
That too.
Hey, hey. We're still live though.
I'm having a hard time hearing you.
You having a hard time listening to me?
See, let me put this back.
We're still live. We're still live. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, tweet. We're on all these social media. I mean, it was great having you on too as well, Nick. Uh, um, introduce yourself. I know we've been talking a lot, talking a little bit, but help me tell the BCW who you are.
I unfortunately cannot hear you very well. I can't it's like muffled.
All right, then sorry about that, folks. We'll see you next time. All right. Next episode will be with BD Cruz. All right, my folks. You have a good night. We'll talk to you guys later. Kicking it live with BCW. Have a good night, y'all.
Have a good night, everybody.